It's now time for your First Responder Friday, brought to you by Classic Chevrolet Cadillac, Denison.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and did you know Oklahoma is #1 in the nation for domestic violence, #2 in the nation for women killed by an intimate partner? Those are shocking numbers, but they show that places like the Crisis Control Center in Durant are so needed. We have Lisa Jensen with us this morning. She's a volunteer with the Crisis Control Center, and Sergeant Nick Spencer with Durant PD, board member for the Crisis Center, correct?
Yes.
Y'all, thank you so much for stopping by today. We're so glad to see you.
You're welcome.
It's so good to see you. Now, Lisa, I know that the Crisis Control Center offers that shelter and a 24/7 hotline. What is your message to people that might feel like they have nowhere to go?
Just reach out. You know, it's that, have the courage to actually reach out to us, to that 24-hour hotline. We have a shelter that can actually safeguard people. So it's just having the courage to reach out.
And what else do y'all offer besides that 24/7 hotline and that shelter? Because I know there's other resources.
Oh gosh, we've got a whole entire area. You can go shopping now. We've expanded. So it's just a different environment. So they can come into our office, feel supported, and really just get their life back together.
And just find that community of people that can help. And it's so cool that y'all partner with Durant PD. Sergeant Spencer, you see this from the law enforcement side of things. How bad is this issue of domestic violence here in southern Oklahoma?
You know, it is, it's an ongoing battle and it's a struggle, and really what it takes is a network of people, and such our team and the help of the community now, you know, they're able to offer more resources. So I have somewhere to actually send them that's going to be a capable asset. We see domestic violence on a daily basis, unfortunately, and a lot of times it's a repeat thing. It's just we just got to keep plugging away and instilling the confidence and just be there for them.
100%. It's so special to have law enforcement on your side, especially if you do have to make that phone call. We were talking a little bit earlier about whether or not you have been personally impacted by domestic violence. There's a 100% chance that you know somebody who has, whether they admit it or not. So how can we kind of be on the lookout and be a resource for people that might not be ready to open up just yet?
I would just say be aware.
Yeah.
You know, even when you're out in public, just be consciously aware of the way people act or might be uncomfortable in certain situations. Since being a part of the Crisis Control Center, I've actually noticed that a little bit more, where I'm aware of certain people's behavior or activity when I'm out. Not necessarily that we're going to approach them in public, but it's just being aware that there might be something there that might not be cohesive or in the right relationship status.
Exactly. And I know that it's a common saying with law enforcement, if you see something, say something. Is that kind of the message that you push to people? If you might be noticing something, can they come to Durant PD and just have that conversation?
Absolutely. And just because you think domestic violence is physical violence, it's more than just physical violence.
Right.
But we're always welcome the conversation. And plus, I guess we have an upcoming event every Friday this month.
Yes.
Coffee and conversations with us in the Crisis Control Center there at there in Durant. So.
And that's not a time when you necessarily have to report, but maybe you could just come to the coffee and conversations, and just as a community member, you don't have to tell anybody what's going on, but it kind of opens that door for people, right?
Yes.
And it's not just coffee and conversations. We got stuff all month long with the Crisis Control Center, including the Party in Purple open house coming up October 22nd. Tell us about that.
Yes, well, it's from 4 to 6. One, you get to come in and see our new location because we've recently moved. And then just, again, meet the staff, meet the people behind the business itself, of the organization itself.
It's such a mission, you know, and I think it's so special that the Crisis Control Center, Durant PD, I mean, and we've also got other board members that are, you know, not with these organizations. So there's always somewhere that you can turn, y'all. Thank you so much for being here today. It's all month long. October is Domestic Violence Awareness, so we're going to keep the conversation going. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. And y'all stay with us. We have got more coming up after this break.